G'day and welcome to episode 70 of our Let's Play of Fallout 4. My name is Turt Dald. Let's get started. On the last episode, we were continuing uh, getting Curie's affinity. We went to Outpost Zamonja. They were having some problems with some ghoulies at Bedford Station. We went to Bedford Station, got rid of the ghoulies that were a problem. Returned back to Outpost Zamonja. They were happy. Talked to Preston. He was happy. He gave us a job to talk to people at Ten Pines Bluff. We talked to the people. They were having problems with some raiders at Hyde Park. On the way to Hyde Park, we got notified that Oberland Station was under attack. We went to Oberland Station, repelled the attack from some raiders, then returned back to, made our way back to Hyde Park, killed the raiders in question, returned to Ten Pines Bluff. They were happy. Talked to Preston. He was happy. He gave us a job to talk to people at Outpost Jamonja. While talking to the people at Outpost Jamonja, we got our full affinity with Curie. We got idolatry with Curie. Got her perk Combat Medic. Returned home, put her to work on our Atisa farm. The people at Outpost Jamonja wanted us to clear out some ghoulies at Super Duper Mart. We went to Super Duper Mart, cleared out the ghoulies, talked to them. They were happy. We haven't talked to Preston yet. We then decided to do that quest for Daisy and Good Neighbor and go to the Boston Public Library. We went to on our way to the Boston Public Library, we got notification that Warwick Homestead was under attack. Went to Warwick Homestead, repelled an attack from some super mutants. Returned back to the Boston Public Library. We talked our way in. We looted around, searched around, looted around, bought a magazine from one of those book return stations, returned Daisy's magazine. In there was also a little entrance to a metro, Copley Station. We killed some super mutants in there and looked around and looted around a bit. We then continued further in, found a bobblehead for intelligence, and the super mutants attacked. We helped repel the attack in the library, successfully completing that mission. We then returned to Daisy and Good Neighbor. She was happy. She rewarded us. And then we returned home. And that is what we did last episode. First things first, let's get some sound happening. Excellent. We forgot to do Preston's weapon last episode, so where is he anyway? He's right there, so that should work. So we're going to do his weapon. We just want to do it every chance we get. Just so when we finally do him, he'll be a lot quicker to do. Excellent. So what are we going to do today? We are going to go talk to Preston, our paladin dance, and take a little trip. Before we do that, there is a magazine in there now, in that little safe I showed you when we were first there. A magazine magically appears there now. So we're going to grab this magazine. And notice a bunch more people around, eh?
Paladin Dance is waiting for you inside, recruit.
Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get your...
Before we talk to him, we could actually loot around in here. There's a lot more loots in here now that there's more
But if you
people.
want to remain a part of the Brotherhood,
Don't let Ingram catch you standing around.
But all we're after is this.
Yes.
Guns and bullets. Nice. And like I said, there's a lot more loot in here now. We could go around and loot again. Go home and drop this loot off, because there's more people here.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
We might do that, actually. I likes my loots. I likes my loots. Fusion core 3. Well, worth it already. Fancy hairbrush I'll take. I won't take that gear. Oh, the gun case is gone. Wow. I read this terminal, right? Yeah. I'll take the pillows. What the heck? It's cloth. Cloth is good.
We've got the airport ruins secured. The perfect staging area for our assault.
Good work. Well, that stuff doesn't respawn, I guess. And it doesn't matter if we go day or night, so. And if we go upstairs, I think there's a couple of mini nukes. Yeah, none of this respawns. Wow, okay. I thought all that respawned. Yeah, ain't none of that respawns. I thought all that respawned. Oh well. Yeah, ain't none of that
Hesitating to
respawns.
pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
Well, adjustable wrench. Well, worth it just for the fusion cores, I guess. Well, let's go to the roof, and there should be some stuff up there now. Couple of mini nukes, almost for sure. And I say that, and then they're not going to be there.
That location isn't going to clear itself.
Yeah. Again, no reason why this guy's like that with us. Just the way they did the game. Had to have an antagonist, I guess.
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral, muty, and synth and shoot them into space.
And
Bring
if
me
you
the
were doing the
artifact so I can
Brotherhood
pack it up and
quests
get it
for
ready for transfer.
Aelin and
You ever
Reese,
fired a
you
minigun?
wouldn't be able to.
Choose to expel
3
instead
more
of
fusion
paper.
cores, holy cow. You wouldn't be able to continue with those until you do this quest. Oh, that one respawned.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done.
And where are these mini nukes?
Wish I was back at HQ. I feel a lot safer with the Prydwen hovering over my head.
That's gonna make a liar out of me, isn't it? I thought they were right when you came out. Oh, probably when you talked to him and the vertibirds here. Okay. No, there they are. There's one. So a mini nuke. Not quite a liar. I could have sworn there was more than one, though. Okay, let's go home. Drop off this Lutski. We're gonna need the room. Because I am gonna loot the Prydwen. Couple of side quests there, radiant quests. Another power armor. We get Dance as a follower, companion. Might as well rest to get our full bonus. And I know I didn't get her bonus, but she's probably picking potatoes. She's too far away, Piper. But still got a bonus. Now, I can't remember, as soon as we step off the vertibird, there's a speech check. I can't remember if I can step out of the speech check or not. I'm gonna try.
Cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
That's the plan. If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming show of force has a chance of halting a conflict before it begins. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
Our vertibird should give us the air superiority we need to win this war. Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on that.
Okay. Is he gonna stand in front of the door so I can't go through? there's the vertibird. I'm gonna take a quick poo because I could have sworn there was more than one mini nuke up here. No, I was wrong.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. Did you spot anything hostile during the flight? I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the local.
Okay. Where'd that come from? I guess we should have come at night, but I don't know. Wanted a good view of the city.
Doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how.
It's green tech, I think.
Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our
The
victory.
USS Constitution, we haven't done that yet. Bunker
We're on the final
Hill.
approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
A little bit foggy today.
There she is. It's been far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
So I got shot. I have no idea how. So I'm gonna put my suit on. I know he's got a speech check. I can't remember
Permission
if I
to come
can
aboard,
back
sir?
out.
Permission granted.
Well, we're gonna
Welcome
try
back,
it.
Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the Supreme Commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel in the capital wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxon's address, after which he wishes to speak with you. Anything else?
I don't have any
Oh, I
questions.
think I
Then I
blew
suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
I missed the speech check, guys. Sorry. Well, let's take a look around here. I think there's a little bit of loot ski around here. I should have asked what orders there. Saved a great Mentats. Missed some XP, so.
Welcome aboard. Elder Maxon is holding his address inside the command deck.
I hate missing XP.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and
Rob?
every one of you has surpassed my expectations by
Whiskey?
rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose and our mission. Beneath the
I won't
Commonwealth,
take the beers.
there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Zig
Ad
Heil.
Victoriam!
Zig Heil.
We'll stop the Institute. For Maxon and for the Brotherhood.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
I can see that. They're playing with fire and we need to save them.
Exactly. I just hope we're here in time. I refuse to allow the mistakes of the past to be repeated.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports were quite clear regarding your feelings toward the Brotherhood. And he concludes that you'd be an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
Okay.
Looks like we have a thruster in balance. Tweaking
Well,
pitch.
let's go get open our locker and then talk to Dance, and then we'll go looting.
Congratulations.
I
on
get
promotion,
lost
Aaron.
in here sometimes, so
Carry on.
bear
Those
with
synths
me.
With the plastic faces? Creep me the heck out. So how did it look out there?
We've got a lot of work ahead of us.
Paladin.
There you
Come
are.
back when you've got the...
How did it go with Elder Maxon?
I was very impressed with him. He seems to know what's best for everyone.
Exactly. Without his determination, we'd be lost. I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Well now, wondered when I'd see you again.
There's the guy we saved, or we talked into coming back at Recon Bunker Theta.
Welcome back, Paladin. Welcome home.
Glad to hear someone say that. Listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not cut out for the Brotherhood anymore. But I'll give it time. I owe it to you and to my team. Thank you for giving me another chance.
There we go. So let's put our armor on, because we have more weight. And we do have Dance with us, so we got somewhere to put stuff. Now let's start looting and slowly talking to these people.
I'd just leave that if I were you.
I know you would, Dance.
You need some patching up. Go see Night Captain K.
Well, I don't need the Tato.
There's Brotherhood, then there's everything else. Nothing in between.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet.
Well, I didn't want
He's
the
giving
bourbon,
me
but
orders.
we got it. Anything in here? Okay, we're gonna start from down here. There's a computer. And this will probably be the whole episode, basically. Captain Kell's terminal. Maxon. Captain, I need you to prepare to the Prydwen for departure. Archivist Knox has completed the analysis of the energy readings we received from Paladin Dance's recon team and has concluded that they're being produced by the Institute. Knox is certain that the energy readings could only be produced by artificial means and only with an extremely advanced level of technology. Judging from the frequency of the readings, we both agree that some type of device or weapon is being deployed by the Institute, which means we need to head to the Commonwealth as soon as possible. I'm not certain what type of ploy the Institute is attempting to unleash upon the world, but I'll be damned if I'm going to stand by idly and let it happen. Ingram. All stations are reporting green and all personnel are aboard the Prydwen. I've gone over her from the bow to the stern and she's ready to depart. With all due respect, it would be helpful if you could let me know exactly where we're headed. It's difficult preparing this vessel properly, not knowing what type of environment we're flying her through. I am well aware that we're pointing north, but just how far are we going and what can we expect when we get there, Captain? Cade. As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. In my professional opinion, Ingram is fully capable of handling field operations and would benefit any team fortunate enough to have her with them. Before the Prydwen left the capital wasteland, I spent 6 months helping her design the power armor frame she's using to enhance her mobility. She's trained in the armor rigorously and it's fully qualified, actually, more than qualified to be placed with our ground troops. I've been treating wounded soldiers for almost 2 decades and I've yet to see anyone that can match Ingram's level of commitment and determination. Confining her to the ship would be a waste of resources and a damn shame. Tegan. Now that we've arrived in the Commonwealth, I'd like to establish trade relations with the locals. I'm going to need a standard sweep and retrieve team and one of our vertibirds in order to make that happen. There are several caravans that roam the Commonwealth, and we'll use the vertibirds to track them. If any of the caravans get jumped, we can swoop in and lend a hand to let them know that we're the friendly eye in the sky. Since you can't normally buy that kind of protection from mercenaries, we'll be certain to get the best prices and values for trades. I've used the same tactic in the capital wasteland, and it worked wonders. Out here, with the threat of the Institute looming over their heads, we'll have these merchants eating out of our hands. There you go. And this is Maxon's room. Maxon's terminal. Kells. We've picked up some disturbing news regarding a rise in super mutant activity near the Commonwealth, and Paladin Hudson has bravely volunteered to single-handedly investigate. This mission will take the Paladin deep into hostile territory, so he'll need all the support we can provide. I'm having Tegan give Paladin Hudson an ample supply of ammunition and making sure Ingram certifies that his power armor is in peak condition. I'm also allowing Paladin Hudson full use of one of our vertibird gunships, so I'll have one prepped immediately. Once everything is ready, I'll meet you and Paladin Hudson on the flight deck so we can give him a proper send-off. I can't stress to you enough how dangerous this mission will be, so it's imperative that we provide the Paladin with all the support we can muster. Kells Recon Squad Artemis. As requested, I'm providing you with all the current information we have on Recon Squad Artemis. According to our records, we sent them into the Commonwealth approximately 3 years ago to perform a standard survey, beginning with the Malden area. We received a few reports from the team and then abruptly lost contact. Nothing in their communication indicated anything unusual, so we assume they've either lost the ability to radio us or have been killed. The squad consisted of 7 soldiers under the command of Paladin Brandis, so they certainly had plenty of firepower and the experience required to survive a deep recon mission. I have several recon teams searching for Artemis's whereabouts, but so far they've been unsuccessful. Well, we found them. That's the one we did. Prydwen concerns. As you know, in order to get the Prydwen rapidly to the Commonwealth, I had my engineer teams pull her older power plant and replace it with an updated fusion plant we pulled from the aircraft carrier wreckage. I was able to squeeze almost 100% efficiency from the new reactor, but the system is burning through our coolant supply faster than expected. As we've been docked over the airport, I've been able to deactivate the main engines to cool down the reactor, but we're still eating up coolant when we're in hover mode. We're eventually going to hit a point where we'll run out of coolant. If that happens, we'll need to put the Prydwen on the ground. I desperately need your help if you want to prevent this from happening. I'll be certain to provide you with details at our next briefing. Proctor Ingram. As requested, I've sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. In my professional opinion, Ingram is fully capable of handling field. Okay, we read this one. Okay. Armored jacket. You'll be pleased to know that work on the armored reinforcement plating for your jacket is complete, and I'll be more than happy to send up a scribe to retrieve it when you're ready. The plating is fairly strong, but I think you'll appreciate how lightweight the entire jacket will feel once the modification is made. I've stress tested the plating, and it should help you resist different types of energy weapon fire as well as most ballistic threats. After you try it on, let me know if it's comfortable to wear long term or if it need to make any adjustments to the design. There you go. This is
Carry food with you.
and that requires a key that will become our room eventually. And I'm just looking for loots. Just searching. Now I think there's something down here. And like I said, I'll get lost, guys, for sure. Now I remember a computer and it gives you a location or two on it. I thought it was down here. There it is. Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Recreation terminal. Ingram. Feel free to use this terminal to unwind. I've disconnected it from the Prydwen's mainframe, but keep it clean or I'm shutting it down permanently. If you've got a problem with that, keep it to yourself. Tegan. Ingram told me about the rec section under the main deck. I've contributed a few bottles of liquor and some cigarettes, but I don't have an endless supply. If you need refills, come see me and we'll do a trade. Womack. There you go, map update. If anyone's up for it, I'm organizing a little nighttime feral hunt that's strictly off the books. I don't give a damn about the synths. These ghouls are disgusting and we need to keep thinning them out before they infest the entire Commonwealth. I'm pretty sure we can start with the Cambridge crater. See me if you're interested. It gives you a map marker for the Cambridge crater. Delacroix. McLaren got his suit wiped out trying to drop from the top of Trinity Tower, so the current record holder is still Petrus with his Pedron to ground drop. Remember, no leg armor mods allowed, just a clean jump with standard T60, and you have to be able to walk away, no exceptions. Flores. Another map update. I don't remember who was asking, but someone was looking for Mirelurk eggs. On my last patrol, we swept through Park, and I saw a few nests. But Kells has me carrying a ton of gear. If you want to head out there, I'm sure you can pick up some of the eggs for yourself. So that gives you a map marker for Neponset Park. There you go. Okay, I found that, no problem. That is why I came down here, was for that. Now, I remember something down here. What? Mini nukes or something? But my memory's hazy on that kind of thing. Let's just continue looting. Yeah, I remember something down here, but my memory's hazy. Hazy on that. Okay, we're gonna get a radiant quest here.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Thank you, sister.
Outright me or not, don't touch the experiments. Please.
Your concerns
Sir.
are noted, Scribe. Q. Proctor Ingram, my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Ad Victoriam, brother.
Another computer, more reading. Scribe Nira's terminal. Personal notes. Entry 0765-AT78. As we've been traveling towards the Commonwealth, I've been preparing my makeshift laboratory in the rear cargo hold of the Prydwen. When we arrive, Quinlan says we'll be sending out several patrols with the express purpose of collecting viable field specimens. My job is to oversee the dissection and study of anything the patrols bring aboard. I've always agreed with the notion that the quickest way to learn your enemy's weakness is by examining them from the inside out. I hope I don't have to wait too terribly long to put that notion to the test. Entry 0769CM22. Quinlan's collection team have already brought super mutants and synth specimens aboard. I've collected a fair bit of data from their remains, but have yet to discover anything that will give our soldiers an advantage in the field. As far as the super mutant specimens go, they're quite different from the strains presented in the Capital Wasteland, so most of our anatomical records require updates, which takes time. And the synth specimens, they're a complete mystery. The models we've recovered are almost entirely mechanized, so I've been coordinating with Proctor Ingram since she's our resident robotic expert. I suppose it's only a matter of time before I have some answers. In the meantime, I'm going to begin working on a special project of my own design. Entry 0777-DK45. I've brought several mole rat specimens aboard for my special project. I'm convinced that the key to unlocking improved radiation resistance is in tenacious little creatures like these. If they've learned to adapt to the radiation blanketing the Commonwealth, with a little help we can too. I know most of the crew thinks I'm crazy, but I'm certain that I'm on the right track. I just need as many viable blood samples as possible to make my theory a reality, which is difficult right now since Maxon has most of our team sweeping for technology. I'll see what I can do with my mole rat specimens, but I am not sure it will be enough. Oh, internal mail. Prydwen internal mail. Quinlan. While I'm pleased that you're settling into your new role as our medical examiner, I'm a bit dismayed that your attention appears to be focused on your own personal projects. The dissection and examination of the super mutant and synth corpses need to be your top priority. Don't make me regret placing you in charge of that laboratory, Nera. I have plenty of other scribes waiting in line who are just itching for you to fail. Reese. I'm sending you the mole rats that you asked for on the next vertibird flight from the police station. I have no idea what you want from them. These things bite and they crap all over the place. It was a pain in the ass to collect them alive, so you better have that case of whiskey you promised ready for the return flight after the pilot drops them off. As far as getting a Brahmin up there, you can forget it. I talked to the pilot and he refuses to shove one of those disgusting things into his ship. Kells. I've been informed by several members of the crew that you're keeping several mole rat specimens in the laboratory area of the ship. While I can appreciate their value as biological specimens, I'm sure you understand that these creatures are filthy and emit an unpleasant odor in enclosed spaces such as our hull. I'll permit you to keep them if you can assure me that you'll have Proctor Ingram devise some type of ventilation system to help mitigate that smell. Try to remember that you're sharing a space where people have to eat and sleep, Scribe. I expect a full report by the end of the week. There you go. She's doing some experiments.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Where is she?
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you're injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
I'm sold. If you're looking for someone to help, you can sign me up.
I appreciate the offer, but unfortunately, I've hit a stumbling block. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
No problem. I'd be glad to help.
I appreciate your confidence in my abilities, brother. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
There you go. Now we got a radiant quest. Collect blood samples. In the end, we'll get a really powerful
Put two in the
Rad-X
head and they'll stay dead.
type of Rad-X.
Facts to live by.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victoriam, Squires.
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Dismissed.
Now there's one with a little boy you
Squire.
can talk to.
Of course we'll stop the Institute. The Brotherhood always wins.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Getting lost, boys and girls. Getting lost.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing.
I think this is our space here.
Everything holding together?
Trust me. No.
Good. Firing.
4 fusion cores. Another fusion core. Wow. This is ours right here.
Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime.
Holotape. Personal log. We'll listen to that right now.
Log entry 142. I can sum up living on the Prydwen in 4 words. I miss field assignments. Don't get me wrong, the research we're doing is exciting stuff. But life on this ship is a nightmare. I'm trapped in this metal tube 18 hours a day. I still can't decide who smells worse, the soldiers or the mole rats. And what passes for conversation among the grunts makes mutants seem scholarly. I'm gonna speak to Proctor Quinlan. Field scribes cannot have it this bad.
Got it. Sweet.
So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Outgoing mail terminal. Outgoing mail. Karen, I really miss you, baby. I hope you're safe out there. Remember to keep the doors locked at night and the shotgun I gave you loaded at all times. Don't trust anyone unless you know them, and even then, keep an eye on everything they do. I don't know how long this tour will last, but I promise to come back safe. Love you. -011. Opened with moving your king's pawn 2 spaces, eh? Smart move. Try to control the center of the board and free up the queen and one of your bishops. I bet you think I'm going to mirror your move, but guess what? I'm going to move my queen's pawn 2 spaces so I can teach you a little something called the French defense. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this game. Outgoing mail -015. Hey Mom, they're letting me send out a message before we initiate radio silence. I'm working with a pretty decent officer, a guy named Kells. He treats us well as long as we do what we're told. Working with the Brotherhood has been an amazing experience so far. It's nice to finally be making a difference in this messed up world. Gotta go now, Mom. Say hi to Daniel for me. -020. Chalk up 2 more dead ferals. That makes a total of 17 since I've been out here. You wouldn't believe how easy they go down when you hit them with a laser rifle. It slices right through the ugly things like butter. When I get back from this tour, I'm going to take you feral hunting. Trust me, you'll love it. For now, you'll just have to stick to hunting the local mole rats with your zip gun. -026. I hope this message gets to the right person. My name is Knight Boda, and I served with your son, Initiate Arlen. I'm sorry to inform you that Arlen was shot and killed during one of our field training operations. I wanted you to know he died a brave death, saving the life of 3 other initiates in the process. There's nothing I can say that will soften the blow of losing a child, but I wanted you to know that it was an honor to fight at Arlen's side. You should be proud of the sacrifice he made for the sake of his country. I've sent his personal belongings back to the Citadel. You have my deepest condolences for your loss. There you go. I thought there was something else around here, another holotape in one of these footlockers, but I got all the footlockers. I just have a
By
feeling
Elder
I'm
Maxon's
missing
orders,
another
all forms
holotape.
of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Metal box. I thought this was where what's her name was, but it looks like I'm wrong.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a buoyancy regulator? I can guess. Nothing smart. You want to see the Brotherhood's greatest warship brought down to the rocks?
All right, all right. Just don't tell anyone, okay?
Fine. But There's attention. Food's not allowed near the
Another computer. Cruise terminal. Announcement 001. All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation. Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment. Announcement 002. Scribe Nira's mole rat subjects are not pets. They are crucial military resources. As such, they are not to be fed by any personnel save Scribe Nira and her team. Any violations of this policy will result in severe disciplinary action. Announcement 003. Due to increased raider activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended. Affected parties will have their leave compensated at the next available opportunity. Announcement 004. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Announcement 005. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Night Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination. There you go. Okay, this is where she is for sure.
Dead? Put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Yeah, I thought there was another holotape around here. There it is. Maxon was right. Let's listen to this holotape.
You know, before getting shipped to the Commonwealth, I thought Elder Lyons still had some good points. The Brotherhood in the Capital Wasteland, they were about helping. But this assignment, it's opened my eyes. On the flight here, we passed city after city. Buildings taller than I've ever seen. Some that nearly clipped the Prydwen. And who uses them now? Mutants. Freaks. Seeing all that destruction, tens of millions dead, brought on by technology run amok, it made it so clear. Elder Maxon is right. The wasteland needs to be cleansed, and we're the ones to do it.
Okay, that's this part. Let's go up a bit, I guess. Where did this go? Forecastle.
That's it.
We're getting there. Okay. I'm missing a downstairs area, eh? What's in down here? I told you I get lost. Some toys. That's rubber for me. Okay, let's head down, I guess. I thought I was down, but apparently not.
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down. Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
Okay. Yeah, I told you I get lost. This is confusing.
When it comes to keeping the Prydwen running, Dr. Ingram's the best.
They made it mazy, guys. Okay, here's this guy.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in
He's
this
got
blasted
side
cage.
quests, but I don't like his
Promise
side
that I won't
quests.
Looks uncomfortable in there.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stink eye. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
What sort of extra work are we talking about?
Oh, no. It's nothing like you're thinking. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, a mod, even ammo,
He's a
you just
rip-off.
let me know.
You can get stuff cheaper everywhere else. He's expensive. But he sells a couple of things that you can't get anywhere else.
Shoot to
But
kill. Why
nothing I want. Nothing I want.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates?
Nothing.
Makes me sick.
I'm supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a mire bug.
This would be our power armor
Got
right
it.
here.
There it is. Thanks,
We
brother.
might do
I
her
owe you.
last. We'll come and get our power armor.
The Prydwen is a magnificent ship.
I'm just looking around. Loot ski. I have a feeling I'm missing a holotape, but
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
I'm just trying not to talk to her. Get all my loots.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya. I think she loves her little zoo a bit too much.
Coolant caps are good. Stew pot.
In my experience, hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the capital wasteland.
Another terminal.
Yeah, Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk scat
Proctor
off my
Ingram's terminal. Work orders. Item 34IM. Air conditioned unit has burned out its condensing coil from overuse. Need to remind the soldiers that they can't constantly run the damn thing 24 hours a day. Copper condensing coils are tough to replace, so had to make do with homemade versions. The unit should last a while longer with moderate use. Item 357RB. Whoops, wrong one. Item 357RB. Got called down to the lab area and their Mr. Handy was trying to cut through everything in sight. Was almost ready to get some soldiers to shoot the thing before it hurt someone, but it tried to cut through the bulkhead and burned up its motor. Pulled the logic unit and it looks like an old factory defect on the cultivation models. I've blown out the firmware and rewrote the instruction to fix the issue, replace the motor, and put the unit back into service. Item 366IM. Installed a ventilation system over the rear laboratory space to help Nera vent the stench of her mole rats to the exterior of the ship. Had to cut a few holes in the inner and outer plating, but triple welded everything to make sure it all stays tacked down. System is on a timer, so it shouldn't draw too much power from the ship's reserves. Was happy to help since I could smell her rats all the way down here. 377EM. Vorpal threw a rotor on its last landing, so I hitched a ride with Spatha and headed out to the crash site. Pilot did a hell of a job bringing his bird down in one piece. All I had to do was recover the rotor and set it back in place. There's some minor plating damage on the starboard thruster, but I'll hammer it down when Vorpal gets back to the airport. Was nice to get away from the Prydwen for once. Hopefully I can convince Kells to let me head out with some future patrols. Item 380IM. I don't know what the heck the mess hall is serving, but the sewage lines were completely clogged. It was so disgusting I had to borrow one of my buddy's power armor helmets to keep the smell from making me puke. I think I'd rather scrape rust off of the exterior hull plating next time. There you go. Oh, there was some internal mail there. Maxon. After having a long discussion with both Lancer Captain Kells and Knight Captain Cade, I've decided to deny your request for field service. While I understand that you've modified your power armor frame to accommodate your injury, and Cade has personally given it his seal of approval, I don't feel it's worth risking your life. You of all people should appreciate that machines can break down. In your particular case, if your frame fails while you're in the field, it could place you and anyone with you in extreme danger. Please don't take this personally, Ingram. I can't afford to lose you. My decision is final. I'm sorry. Cade. I'm guessing you've already read that Maxon is denying your field work request. I did everything I could to talk him out of it, but he just wasn't convinced. If there's anything you need, even if you just want to talk about it, my door's always open. I hate to bring this up now, but you really need to head down here and let me tweak your leg hydraulics. Last time you were here, you complained that the shock absorbers weren't doing their job dampening your impacts from walking. Well, I was able to tweak some numbers, and I'd like to look them over with you. After all, you're the expert when it comes to mechanical engineering. So there, now you have 2 excuses to visit me in the sick bay. I hope to see you here soon. Tegan. I've got a little surprise for you. Remember how you told me about those sweets you love so much? You know, the ones that look like little colored discs? Well, Quinlan's last sweep and retrieve patrol just came in and they found a whole roll of them. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. Now, how about heading over to my quarters this evening and we can split it together? Don't worry, I'll be a complete gentleman. I just hate seeing you storm all over the repair bay with that damn scowl on your face, and I think this will cheer you up. Maxon. Now that Captain Kells has transferred all your materials down to the surface and the gantry construction has started, I think it's time we had a talk about the timeline of your new project. I'd like you to head up to the command deck as soon as possible so we can discuss the details. We have far too many resources tied up in this operation to allow anything to slip through the cracks. We have a war to win, Proctor, and I strongly believe that this ambitious project of yours will be our rallying cry. There you go. We'll come back here last. Am I full? Seriously? Where's Dance?
Hey.
You point, I shoot.
And he can carry quite a bit because he's got power armor. Later on he won't have power armor.
The human-looking symbol.
This will be our power armor eventually. No, we've been in here. I did this kind of backwards.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight.
Hey,
Do
we've
us
been
proud.
all in here.
Never did like this rust bucket. No, sure, the Prydwen's a fine ship, but put me in the field any day.
Get another side quest here. But I'm just looting first. Okay, what did I see there?
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
Oh, we'll do this first, I guess.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Perhaps I need to rummage through the supply bins for a new pair of glasses. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled.
He's got these things called research patrols as well. Now we're going to find these documents all over the place. There's a lot of them. They're all over anywhere. They can be anywhere. Good easy caps, because you find them anywhere. And a holotape. There you go. Quinlan to be deleted. Let's listen to that. Well, we'll listen to that after I read his computer, I guess. Recon data listings. Hardware Town. Former retail location very likely to contain useful scrap or raw materials. Raiders last seen inhabiting location. Proceed with caution. Raiders may be stockpiling ammunition or weapons as well. Suggest all sweep and retrieve teams recover whatever they can. Well, we've been there. We've been to Vault 75. Vault Tech constructed Vault in the basement of Malden Middle School. Data suggests Vault was created to experiment on children, but purpose has been struck from all records. Would like to retrieve as much data as possible from location as well as any technological artifacts that were left behind. Been there. Robotics disposal ground. Been there. Junkyard litter with remains of pre-war robots. Scouting patrol reported a possible military-grade sentry bot that looks serviceable. Location likely to contain spare parts or electrical materials. BADTFL regional office, been there. Facility was former location for Bureau of Alcohol, Drugs, Tobacco, Firearms, and Lasers. Data suggests evidence lockers on site may still contain viable weapons or other useful equipment. Warning, scouting units have observed raiders operating in the area. General Atomics Factory. Factory was designed for manufacture and repair of Miss Nanny robots. Site likely to contain technological artifacts and or documentation as well as spare parts Proctor Ingram might find useful. The chance for automated security at this location is high, so proceed with caution. There, we don't have that one. We should get a map marker for that. Prydwen Internal Mail. Maxon. After we arrived in the Commonwealth, I want you to begin organizing sweep and retrieve teams. Take as many men as you need and coordinate the duty roster with Lancer Captain Kells. I want as much information about these energy readings from Dance's team as you can find. We could be on the brink of discovering the location of the Institute, so this needs to be your top priority. DR092. Proctor Ingram is requesting any information that will assist her reconstruction efforts. I've passed along your gantry designs to Kells, and we're both confident that it will be completed by the time her project is ready. We have a lot of resources riding on the success of Ingram's mission, so I expect you to help her in any way that you can. Ingram, DR094. I've sent over the proper forms to requisition 2 more scribes, and you denied them. I don't need you slowing me down on this, Quinlan. Maxon keeps hounding me for results, but getting anything done with this project has been like trying to field strip a laser rifle without using your hands. I need all the help I can get, and if that means taking a few troops away from your scouting missions, I'm afraid you'll just have to make do. Now sign the damn forms and let me do my job. The Rise of Elder Maxon. Okay, opening notes. These entries are my attempt at writing a timeline documenting Elder Maxon's rise within the ranks of the Brotherhood. It's my sincerest wish that these entries will one day be compiled in a classic printed book format and distributed throughout the wasteland. Long live Elder Maxon and long live the Brotherhood. Background. Despite the defeat of the Enclave in the capital wasteland, the Brotherhood of Steel was still an organization divided. The Outcasts, a splinter faction that left the safety of the Citadel, still struggled to survive in the capital wasteland, separated from their parent organization, and while some of the Brotherhood members within the Citadel had no desire to reunite with their disgraced brothers, many saw the advantage in bolstering their own forces with warriors already trained and indoctrinated by the Brotherhood of Steel. Surely they could work out any philosophical issues. Background. Okay, I read that, thank God. Enter Maxon. Enter Arthur Maxon, young squire to both Owen and Sarah Lyons, the descendant of the very founder of the Brotherhood of Steel. Roger Maxon When Elder Owen Lyons died, care of young Arthur Maxon passed on to Sarah Lyons, Owen's daughter, who was then named Elder in his place. But when Sarah fell in battle shortly thereafter, things became complicated. The Brotherhood of Steel, based in the Citadel, found itself in need of leadership and began appointing one ineffective elder after another. Accomplishments. As the years passed and Arthur Maxon grew, so too did his accomplishments. At age 12, while on a training patrol, he killed 2 raiders and saved the squad that was supposed to be escorting him. At age 13, he single-handedly killed a Deathclaw and gained the large facial scar he still has to this day. But it was his victory at age 15 over the super mutant Shepard, who was attempting to reorganize the Capital Wasteland super mutants, that elevated him to hero-like status. When word of his feat reached the elders back on the West Coast, they knew the time had come. Maxon was ready to lead and, more importantly, to reunite the fragmented Brotherhood of Steel forces on the East Coast. Our new leader. So it was that a year later, when he was only 16 years old, Arthur Maxon brokered a peace with the outcasts. He reintegrating them into the Brotherhood of Steel and proving he was as effective a diplomat as he was a warrior. Now reunited, the full force of the Brotherhood of Steel appointed Arthur Maxon as Elder, the youngest in Brotherhood of Steel history. Aftermath. Elder Maxon reigns supreme in the Capital Wasteland, and his authority and influence have been spreading across the eastern seaboard, thanks in no small part by the mobility afforded by the Prydwen. He has the full support of the elders back on the West Coast, who have proudly reported that they've begun eradicating cults that have popped up, worshipping Maxon as though he's some kind of god. Maxon himself is almost offended by the idea of being referred to as a deity, as it goes against everything he believes in. Arthur Maxon is happy to be one thing, the perfect human specimen, an example of everything a human being can achieve, assisted, even enhanced by advanced technology, but still very much human. There you go. A little bit about Maxon, the history of the Brotherhood, I
finish your
guess.
introductions by all means. But I do hope you'll consider assisting me when you're done.
And our last one, I guess. Take your bones. I won't take that. Oh, well, let me take the microscope. I want the microscope. It's good loots. I'll take the pillow. More reading. And another holotape. There you go.
Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Before the bombs? What? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
Non-human.
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Calmex. Well, I think I missed holotape, so let's listen to these holotapes. Sorry guys, I forget what they were called. Cade's report.
Medical report, Night Captain Cade reporting. I've been working closely with Scribe Naraya, examining some of the synth bodies that our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced. What's becoming apparent is that the Institute is the most technologically gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these synths. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
And I think there's one more. The one we got from the doctor. Quinlan to be deleted.
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but
Please
this is
state
the
the
only
nature of
limited
your
edition
medical
annual
emergency.
we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life.
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlane price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders.
Are you feeling
because
well,
you chose to
soldier?
ignore the important lesson
Hello?
I taught you. Which is...
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right. And I promise it will never... Sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
What? Oh, damn it all! I left it in record mode. Just let me...
I have a lot to do, soldier.
Okay, let's read his terminal. Medical files. Patient symptoms included inability to sleep and a dull throbbing pain in the head. All standard tests are negative. Evidence suggests post-traumatic stress disorder or similar issue. Until severity of issue increases, recommend voluntary removal from active duty. Patient was informed but is currently in the field. 444 PR ongoing. Patient is complaining of phantom pain from limb loss. Previously prescribed painkiller and Stimpack mixture appears ineffective. Dosage has been increased to 300 milligrams a day, which is maximum allowable to remain duty capable. Patient also describes nightmares of limb loss incident, which is not unusual considering the level of trauma. Will continue to monitor. 477 PR treated. Patient slipped and fell due to intoxication, causing minor laceration on forehead and contusion to upper chest. Applied Stimpack and recommended a maximum 8-hour bed rest. This is third intoxication-related medical incident for patient, so I ordered treatment program to begin as per regulations. 192KS, deceased. Patient returned from patrol with critical injuries from exposure to nuclear warhead detonation. Injuries: left arm and left leg missing. Severe internal trauma, left hemisphere of head severely burned and acute radiation poisoning. Attempted emergency surgery, but patient died after 3 hours. Patient's remains were incinerated as per regulations. Medical file 133ES, treated. Patient suffered from discoloration, rash, pustules, and radioactive residue in groin area. Symptoms consistent with sexually transmitted disease from ghoul species. Patient treated and report has been sent to Proctor Ingram as per regulations. There you go. Don't have sex with ghouls. Prydwen, eternal male. Maxon. As we undertake our urgent mission in the Commonwealth, I feel that the mental well-being of the crew should remain a top priority for your department. I am well aware that being sequestered aboard this vessel can take its toll. If you observe any issues relating to the stresses that these lengthy missions can cause, I want you to treat it as though a legitimate illness is being reported. If we have any hope of defeating the Institute, we cannot afford to lose even a single soldier to mental instability. PM-099. I've received your concerns about Proctor Ingram's condition, but I can assure you she is more than capable of handling herself. She has already proven to be an extremely valuable member of the crew, and I will not place her on mandatory leave until you've proven to me that she's physically incapable of handling her duties. PM-104. Our latest sweep and retrieve patrol came back with some medical supplies. If you have some extra time, head down to the cage and let me know what you want. If there's anything you don't need, I'll use it for trading. We're running a bit low on ammunition supplies, and these medical supplies are as good as caps with the locals. PM-112. I finished reading your medical report on Night Sergeant Merrick. The fact that he managed to survive long enough to reach the Prydwen and deliver his report is absolutely incredible. The sacrifice that he made for the sake of the mission is a testament to his dedication and loyalty. We will be holding a memorial service on the ship's forecastle at sunset this evening. I sincerely hope you'll be able to attend. Well, let's go get our power armor. I think that's everything. What's down here? Might as well go look before we do that. That's just where we came in. Okay, cool.
If you find any technical documents, we should bring them to Proctor Clinic for analysis.
I'm worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Like the initiates back in the night.
What's down here? Yeah, okay,
Hey,
cool.
walking away like that is just plain rude.
If you need it, there's shelter and
Proctor.
supplies at the
So,
police station.
you're the
in
new
Cambridge.
recruit I heard about. Huh,
I'd just
not what
leave
I was
that if I were you.
expecting.
Sounds like you're disappointed.
Not disappointed, just surprised. You don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate. Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
Actually, you seem to be getting around really well.
I suppose it's better than the alternative. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
There you go. Oh, what do we gotta do now? Well, we can go and start on. Okay, I thought this was the one. All three. It's this one.
Greetings, Knight.
We are gonna go and start on. Getting his done.
I can't believe super mutants were human once. How could science have gone so wrong?
I gotta remember how to get the hell out of here.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Dr. Tegan might have what you need.
I wonder if Kells has his mission.
Stray radio signals keep pinging the array. Gonna try to filter it out.
Superstructure
I forgot about this area. I'm gonna use up a bit of my fusion core here.
We're getting a 3% Z tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
Forgot about this area. I will use up a bit of our fusion core. It's not like we can't afford it. It's harder to see with this. Nothing. I thought there was stuff out here. It's hard to see with the power armor on. Not used to it. I never play power armor builds. I have played a power armor build, but I just don't like it. I don't think he has his missions until I don't do that, but I will for now. I don't think he has his missions till I forget some stuff. Until you do the next mission.
Station keeping maintained.
Now that you've had a
Stable.
chance to roam the Prydwen, what do you think, Knight?
She's very impressive.
Yes. Quite a feat of engineering, isn't she? It took the Brotherhood's sharpest minds over 2 years to design, and more than twice that to build.
Time well spent, I'd say.
Indeed. With the Prydwen in our arsenal, we can mobilize our entire division, sending her anywhere that Elder Maxon wishes her to go. Her presence in the Commonwealth ensures that our mission to defeat the Institute will end in victory.
They don't stand a chance.
Amen to that, soldier. In any event, I hope your tour of the Prydwen helped acclimate you to our way of life up here. I think you'll find that the more familiar you become with both her capabilities and her crew, the longer you'll survive as a member of the Brotherhood. You're dismissed, Knight.
Yeah, you don't get
Cal,
his
all systems are green.
side
All
mission.
stations reporting no
He's got
malfunction.
2 side missions, and he's got a Radiant quest too. The 2 side missions you should do, because you get some unique power armor from them.
Adjusting internal ballonette pressure. Green lights across the board.
Getting a bit of twitch on prop 3. Switching course.
So let's go home, put away our loot skis, put away our power armor. I gotta move strong.
Time to suit up.
And see, he likes whenever you go into power armor. Unfortunately, Strong doesn't like it, so we gotta move him temporarily. Let's go home. Oh no. Okay, let's move Strong. Hit the wrong button, guys. We had to do that anyway. Let's dismiss Dance for now.
Paladin Dance.
What's up?
I think it's time we split the team.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a foolish decision. But it's yours to make. Come back alive, soldier.
Let's ring the bell and see if I can find Strong here.
Prepared for the future.
Might bring some steel and wood with me too. Well, let's put away our junk. Should have done that.
Systems are eager to absorb new data.
General?
Oh boy, I don't want him. And that was the Prydwen. That's everything I remember. We got a whiskey, eh? Why am I heavy? Oh, Stinging Barb. I hear Strong. Let's put away our miscellaneous stuff. Perfect.
Nothing's more
Just
satisfying
grab
than
Strong. I heard him yelling.
Mama Murphy's as good as her word, kid.
Strong go with human.
No more sight either.
Yes, come with me.
Strong travel with human.
Let's go. I'm gonna put him in Outpost Simonja, I think.
Hope I didn't bore you to death.
Kind of out of the way. Reason why is doing Dance is every time we do a mission, we come home, pop into the power armor, get a like. Every 2 or 3 missions, we'll repair weapon or we'll mod weapons and armor. I wonder if I can build one of these things here. I'm gonna put him on guard duty. Just right here. Where is he? I gotta dismiss him, don't I?
Yo, psst. Need Strong to smash something?
Got a second, big guy?
Take meat. Make humans strong.
It's time for us to part ways.
Strong, go back to tower. Practice smashing things. Can't do that.
Why can't he do that? There you go. Okay. Let's go home. Let's grab Dance.
Dance?
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Ready.
Roger that.
Let's move this.
I'm feeling swell. Here in Sanctuary. Don't let all that prepared for the future.
Now we could just sit there and go in and out of our power armor, but we don't get any XP for that. And quite honestly, we need XP. We're gonna need it.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being...
Come over here, buddy, because I want to grab all that stuff you got.
Me? I'm very successful.
Yeah?
Hey.
Go ahead. Got anything interesting for me today?
Now I know I'm missing some mini nukes, but I wasn't gonna waste time trying to look for them. I know they're in the bottom area there. I'm almost positive. Perfect. Now we can get a couple of likes right now. Let's ring the bell and make sure Preston's here. We can get his too. Where's Preston? I weren't gonna wait to do that.
Can't wait to get out of this goddamn heat.
He's right there. Let's do this.
Things are tough now, but they'll get better.
Hey, Dance, love that, see?
Most folks that run with me don't live out the day.
All this walking's wearing me out.
Dance, love that. He won't take long at all, but we won't be able to get him totally right now.
Know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
Let's rest.
If you need anything. Lovely night.
This place is starting to look like
Talk
a
to
proper
Preston.
home.
Do you think we're ready to retake the
I'll hand it
castle?
to you. This place isn't awful. It's still a hole, but it
I cleared out the ghouls that were giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard. Got another thing to talk to you about. I'll mark it on your map. Go find out what they need. We could use more settlements supporting our cause.
Let's get out of here before he
Yeah,
gives
I
us
hate
more
you,
jobs.
finally think straight.
Where are we off to?
Put a few down for
10 Pines Bluff. Surprise, surprise. How are we doing on time? Okay. Let's pick our fruits and vegetables.
If someone needs help, we help him. If someone needs hurting, we hurt him. It's not hard.
And that is the Prydwen.
Seems to be growing well.
You just say the word if you want to take a little hemp break.
I need to assign someone to this.
We will eventually. But for now,
Hey, what we
unfortunately.
discussed earlier. You're gonna be discreet with that info, right?
He really doesn't like you going into power armor, and by the time we're done, he'd probably take
I
off
need to
on us.
assign someone to this.
I'm usually a mentat
I need to
speaker
assign
myself.
someone to this.
Makes me feel intellectual.
I've heard of another settlement that's in trouble.
Oh no, 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 no.
What I wouldn't give for a good stiff drink.
You ought to be careful. I can fix most things. But
You
people
just
don't
walk
fix so
by
easy.
him and he just gives you these jobs. It's crazy.
All you gotta do is offer.
You ever just sort of feel sorry for the poor bastards that fight us?
I just like doing one at a
I
time.
need
I
to
don't
assign
like getting.
someone to
Sorry I
this.
laid all that crap about my feelings on you a while
Oh,
ago.
guys,
I
guys,
hope it
this is
hasn't
too
affected
much.
our
I gave up
friendship.
alcohol after settling down.
I just
here.
want to pick my
Doctor
corn,
said I shot
guys.
my liver.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
What's going on?
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Oh boy, they're gonna be hanging around the corn, and as soon as I move to the potato, they're gonna move to the potato, aren't they? I just want to pick my corns. There we go. See, now they're moving over to the potato, and they're gonna do the same thing.
I need to assign someone to this.
You in the spotlight, me in the shadows. Look out, world.
Maybe constantly trying to kill us, but...
I'm sorry I laid all that crap about my feelings
I
on
need
you
to
a while
assign
ago.
someone to this.
I hope it hasn't affected our friendship.
Okay, hopefully I did that
You better
okay.
keep your mouth shut
Let's
about
cook
this
some
place.
meats.
Interesting.
The influx of data is hard to process. Apologies if sometimes I make little sense. I will work on this.
I don't think I had much, but might as well cook what we got. Nothing. Okay, let's drop that stuff off.
The sun is setting. Make sure to stay warm.
I didn't drop that. I'll do this now. And like I said, it takes 2 days for the weapon and the modding to enact. So you do 2 missions, 3 missions. Come back, do that, and he doesn't take long at all. I'm missing 1 tato. How could I miss a tato? Really, how could I miss a tato? Corn, you can see. Potato? I don't see a missing tato. There it is.
So
How
where
could I
we
miss
Let's
a
trade some
potato?
things.
Oh, that's why, because you guys are in my way.
Head my
Seems
way.
to be growing
There
well.
we go.
Hey.
Let me see and plan as many ridiculous
Okay, now I'm over by 1 pound. All these, that's gonna do that to me now. Okay, so I'm just gotta be over the 0.1 pound, I guess. Let's rest. Turn down the sound. Get rid of the saves I don't want. Save and call that an episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, have a good one. Turt Dold out.